We're not exactly like all the other public radio stations that are out there. This is the only place where you're going to hear Bluegrass for Saturday Night with Wayne Bledsoe.
So this story starts out at KMST Public Radio Station on a Saturday night. KMST is located in the library of Missouri University of Science and Technology in Rolla, Missouri. Rolla, Missouri is a town about 14,000 in the middle of the Missouri Ozarks. And this is a special Saturday night because this is the kickoff of the 2008 Spring Membership Drive. And this membership drive always begins and ends with Bluegrass for Saturday night, hosted by the legendary Wayne Bledsoe.
He is deeply involved in bluegrass music and has been for a long, long time. In fact, here in the hallway at KMSD, we're standing right next to a bunch of awards Wayne's won, and these are just some of many he's won for his skill as a program host. We won one for the station being the Bluegrass Station of the Year. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Wayne goes after his interests with great passion, and that's Bluegrass is certainly no exception to that. So we're very fortunate to have him here.
Another thing about Wayne Bledsoe is that he's a retired history professor, and in fact, he's an internationally recognized scholar for, among other things, his writings on globalization. Oh, and another thing, he's running for state representative as a Democrat in one of the reddest districts in Missouri.
Charlie Sizemore there with a song entitled Allison's Band, and basically how great it would be to be a member of Alison Krauss's band. And as he says, knows he never will be, but still has the dream.
So after the show, we caught up with Wayne and his wife Deb, and we visited a little bit, and here's some of the stuff they said.
I've been asked by many people, why are you running for political office? You've got a very nice, quiet life in your retirement, and it's a very good question. And basically, I'm running because I have to.
Wayne really feels that he can make a difference, and I believe that he can. He decided to run because he finally said, I'm going to get up off of my sofa and do something about it instead of sitting here and going, oh my gosh, every time somebody would say something on television that he didn't agree with. And he said, I decided to quit complaining and just try to do something about it myself.
Every time a government service is turned over to a private industry, you lose a piece of your democracy because you no longer have a voice in the way that that is being run. Right now they're talking about such things as privatizing education. And wow, that's one of the pillars of democracy in our country, a free press and free public education. And if people think they have a hard time occasionally getting along with a teacher or a superintendent or a school board member, wait until they've got to talk to a CEO who's running a school to make a profit. Well, basically, I think that the two go together very well because the bluegrass music has always been the music of the people and the general population. And they're not rich, they're hardworking people. And basically, that's what I view my political position as, is one of a populist movement where you're interested in the people, the middle class. And I think this populist approach to the problems that we're facing will resonate with the people, and a good chance then that I could be elected.
I think Wayne is a wonderful person, and I think that he is the obvious choice for our state representative. But I tend to take everything personal, and whenever somebody doesn't like Wayne for his politics, I'm like crushed over the whole thing. For me, it's very, very stressful. He doesn't look at it that way.
It's stressful from the standpoint that you really become totally committed to what you're doing, and consequently you just sort of live and breathe it around the clock 24/7, and the adrenaline flows all the time. But by the same token, that I think makes it a little more effective when you're campaigning. And so basically you're sort of on an adrenaline high for 9 months from the time you file until the election takes place. And it's exciting and also tiring. And so I guess after the first Tuesday in November, I'll rest.
So our plan is to follow Wayne around for the next 9 months or so, provided he can tolerate us, because it seems like a pretty good story to me. It's a story about an intellectual and a scholar, who's also pretty much a folk hero to a lot of the regular people around here. It's a story about an underdog with little to gain in the way of money or fame, but more than anything else, it's a story about a person who's doing what he feels like he has to do because he believes he can make a difference. Maybe he's right. Maybe he can.
We're working close on time on the final hour of Bluegrass for a Saturday night. We have that challenge grant from Steve and Leslie Malott, and we need $236.50.
Oh, man.
And I think in this last 4 minutes we can do that.
It can be done?